Hi YouTubers, welcome back to another one of my videos. Okay, so today's video I'm actually going to be doing a review on something other than e.l.f. So yeah, be excited. It's actually on my Covergirl foundation. I'm sure you've seen plenty of reviews. This is the 3-in-1 foundation that's supposed to be like, you know, foundation, a concealer, and a primer. It's the Outlast Stay Fabulous. As you can see, mine is incredibly messy. I've used this for quite a while now. Mine is in nude beige. It was a pretty big craze here on YouTube, and it still, you know, is like a big thing. So that's why I decided to try it out, because there were so many good things about it, so I felt that I should try it out. And it is a drugstore foundation. It retails around probably a $10 range, so it is a little bit pricier for Covergirl, because Covergirl is kind of one of like the cheaper brands from the drugstore. So this is like kind of an average of $10, like similar towards the Revlon, what am I thinking of? The Revlon Color Burst, like, you know, foundation, kind of similar to that anyway. Not the formula, I'm just saying the pricing. So here is my nude beige. I have it on my face today. Here we go. As you can see, I do have acne. You can see like here little bumps and whatnot. I don't put concealer over my acne. I want my foundation to do it on its own. I don't like to layer so much products on top of my face. I rather give my skin at least a little bit of a, you know, breathing ability. So my acne though, you can just see the bumps. You can't really see the redness. So it's actually really good. This covers really well. Really do enjoy it. I have actually used it as a type of concealer kind of for the under eye. And it works pretty well. It does crease, so you have to be a little bit careful with that. That's the only thing. I work in a restaurant, and I always say this because I am in a hot kitchen, and it is just, I get super sweaty running back and forth, orders and whatnot. So my makeup just needs to be able to stay with me, because it's embarrassing if I am a grease ball at work, or my mascara is running, or my eyeliner is giving me raccoon eyes. So I need like the best, you know, just long-lasting makeup for me at work. And I do say that this foundation really works well. I don't feel that I get really oily in this foundation. It might be just a little bit drying. It definitely gives you a matte finish, just a tiny bit of a little bit natural dewy look to it, but it's not necessarily a whole lot of dewiness towards it. I would say it's more leaning to a little bit of a matter foundation side than it is towards a whole like dewy, and there is no like shimmers into it. That doesn't give you that natural, or that gives you that, you know, sparkle look to you. So I do like that it is long lasting. However, I do have issues with it a bit. I have a huge smile. I know I do. I have a really wide set mouth, so my smile lines around here, they crease like crazy. So it's really hard for me to find a foundation that can withstand my like smile creasing lines. So this one does not withstand it at all. So it's a little bit sad. I do notice around here that it does crease up. I just applied this foundation, so you're not going to see it right now, but towards the end of the day, you do see it. And also, a really big major con with it that I did not like at all, and it was really weird, is that around my nose area, it's not happening right now because I just applied it like I said, but around my nose area, it like wore off. But it was just really weird because it's not like I've been sick, so I haven't had a runny nose. I haven't been, you know, tissue under my nose or anything. But it like looked as if that my breathing from it like wore it off. I know it sounds really weird. Like, I don't know if it was the foundation oxidizing. It just looked awful though. It looked like you could honestly see where like I breathe, you know, right underneath my nose. And it was like the worst thing ever because it was totally noticeable. So I definitely had to touch that up, especially at work too, because that's embarrassing as well. So I've actually never had a foundation do that for me at all. So I don't know if it was this foundation just oxidizing from, you know, my breathing or something. That was just really weird because it didn't really happen in any other areas other than right under my nose, and honestly it wasn't picking my nose or anything, so it was really crazy and weird. So I didn't really like that aspect at all. I'm kind of a foundation nomad. I don't really purchase the same foundation over because I like to try out different ones, and I'll probably try out something different. I might repurchase this in the future, but necessarily right now it's not a repurchase for me. I think it did withheld its long-lasting powers. It covered really well with my acne. I would say it's a medium to even a full foundation, leaning more towards the medium side. I don't like to layer my foundations necessarily too much. I like to just have it, you know, a good layer and that's it, because again, you cake it up too much, there can be some creasing, and that's just not for me at all. So I think it is worthy of picking up and trying out. I say if you have more drier skin, like really dry, then probably isn't the foundation for you, because it does have a little bit of a drying aspect, but I'm kind of combination-ish, especially since it's summertime, so it's more towards my winter months that I have the dryingness underneath like my eyes, and then like just in like random like patches I'll get dry patches, but that's only in the winter time. So I would say this is definitely more towards a summer foundation. I wouldn't repurchase it in the winter at all. So I'm trying to think of what else I can say about it, and I do put on powder to set it over just because I do have some oily spots, and especially in the summertime, and I just want my foundation to always last, so I always put at least like a powder over it just to be sure that it locks in, doesn't slide around my face or anything like that, because that would be terrible. And as you can see, I'm almost done with this baby. Almost all gone. So if you have any new recommendations on foundations, please list it below, because I am willing to pick up another one, and kind of want to try out Almay's TLC possibly. So it might be a new purchase. So hope you have a gorgeous and beautiful day. Bye, beautifuls.